in this lab, we'll be seeing on how do you create a SQL database, right? So this is our lab number 5, and this shows you how to create a SQL database step by step. So I'm just going into this particular README file, and then as usual, I just need to log into my Azure portal and then follow these details one by one. So I am going to my Azure portal under all services. I'm just trying to search for SQL databases. So I just try to search for SQL database, and I'm just clicking on this, right? And then when I click on plus, I just need to choose my resource group name and the DB name, right? So here I'm just choosing a resource group name, and the DB name choosing DB1, right? Server, I just need to create it newly, right? When I server drop down, click on create new, and then I just need to give the server name and the username and the password. So I'm just trying to click on server as create new, and it shows me over here. So I'm just trying to click on SQL server 123. Okay, the name should be unique. Okay, it's available now. I'm just trying to give the username, so I'm just giving this as a username over here, and then I'm trying to give this as a password. I'm trying to confirm the password. Okay, location is east to west is fine. I'm just clicking on OK, right? SQL server is created. Next, what should I do? I just need to click on connectivity method as public endpoint, and then allow services as yes and current IP as no. So I'm just clicking on next, and here it is public endpoint, and allow SQL resources to access the server is yes, and add current public IP is no, right? Then I'm just trying to review and create it. So it says move additional tab settings, and we will use an adventure work LT sample database. So it use existing data as sample, and then collation as use default, and this one. So under additional settings, I'm just using it as sample, and right, I'm just using it as sample, and then I'm just trying to click on not now and review and create, right? It is not now, and then trying to review and create, right? It will try to create our SQL database. If you see, the initialization of deployment is started, and then deployment will be submitted. Once after it is done, we just need to test the database. So this is our first task. The second task is to test the database. How do you do that? Once after the database is created, you just need to go inside the database, and then you need to click on query editor, and then you have to log in with your SQL server and the password, and then you just need to click on overview, and then under the overview bloat, you just need to set on firewall settings, and then you just need to add your public IP, and then go to again a preview editor, and then you just need to run this particular query, and we have to see an output like this, right? So this is how we can test it. So now we have completed only the step task 1, and we will see the database is creating. Once the database is created, then we will see the task number 2. So let's wait for 30 seconds. So the database is still getting created. Okay, so the servers are created, the firewall rule is created, the final step is still running now. Let the final step get completed. Okay, my SQL Server is created. Now I just need to click on go to resource. This is my SQL Server database. Under this, I just need to click on this particular server. So this is my SQL Server. I'm going inside this, okay, and then I just need to okay. So once after my SQL Server is created, I'm just going into this and then click on Query Editor preview. So I'm just going to the SQL Server database and then I'm searching for Query Editor preview. I just click on this and it will ask me for a username and password. So I'll just give the same username and password which we have created. Okay, I'm just clicking on it and then I'm clicking on OK. So now it says it is not allowing me because my client IP is not added to the particular database. So I just need to go one step back and I just need to go to the firewalls. Okay, I just need to go to the server and then I just need to go to the firewall and connections, and here I just need to add my IP because my system IP is not added, my client IP is not added. So I'm just adding my IP and then I'm giving my particular IP, and now when I click on save, it is trying to add my IP. Okay, my IP is added now. So let me go one step back. Now again I'm going to my query editor. Okay, now I'm trying to copy the password again. I'm trying to access it one more time. This time it should allow me to go inside. Right now I just need to copy the query that I wanted to run it. This is a query. I'm just copying it, going over here. I'm just trying to run it. Awesome. So I'm trying to get the same output and it says query is succeeded. So this is how you just need to create a SQL Server database, add your IP address, and then you just need to go into the query editor and then run a query to get the output. Right? Follow these steps and then let me know if you guys face any doubts. Until then, thank you.